Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be swatching and ranking and reviewing every single eyeshadow that I bought in the year 2023. Some of them I bought, some of them I got for free, most of them I bought, but yeah, these are all of the palettes and single eyeshadows that I got in 2023. I meant to put this out before the year ended, but you know, procrastination. So now it's coming out in 2024. At least it's still January. Everything in the video besides the 3 mega palettes that I got will be swatched. The mega palettes are too big and they already have swatch videos out most likely, so it's not like it's a necessary thing to swatch. Also, I will be putting in looks and other swatches that I've done throughout the year of the products, so if you want to see how it looks on my face, if I have a video of that, I will. Any relevant videos will be linked down below because I've usually reviewed these things throughout the year. So if you haven't seen them before and you want to see a dedicated review and first impressions essentially, those will be linked down below. This video was supposed to be 2 separate videos, but I mashed them together because I don't really think the single eyeshadow one should have been separate. I don't know why I decided to do that. So since I decided that after the fact, I have an intro and outro for my palettes. Ignore that. I'm not going to cut it out because otherwise it just looks weird to me because I know it's supposed to be there. So, you know, if you don't want to see that part, just skip it. But yeah, that's all of the relevant information you'll need to know. This is my first time doing a face before overhead video. So yeah, tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you like my look for today. This is the look. I used the Sage of the Day palette because it's one of the palettes that I rank very high but also didn't actually use. Oops. And yeah, that's all. Go into the video. Hello and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, we will be ranking and reviewing every palette that I bought this year or received. I didn't buy every single one. I started this when I only had 10 palettes. I figured, you know, if I did stop at 10, then we'll do top 10 of the year. I stopped at 16. It's a weird number. I wasn't counting and I wasn't restricting. I think this is the first time that I've naturally just not bought a lot of palettes. Because like I said, also some of these I didn't buy. I just got them. So yeah, let's see my top 16. This is one that I actually decluttered. This is the Ruby Kisses Jade palette. I got this in a hair store. It may have looked spectacular back then, but I have a video on it. It sucks. Most of these shades you can't actually use on your eyes, like they're not safe for use. And the ones that you can use don't really show up on me, so there's no point in using this. Even the shimmers, as you can see, they're hard panned. They don't really do much. I did get a good look out of it, but I could have done that with a different green because I used this green with a black eyeshadow to smoke it out. If I could find a picture, I'll show you. Why am I holding it this way? The camera's this way. But yeah, if I can find a picture, I will show you it here. But this is not the best. Or maybe I just, you know, I'm lazy. I don't like to work around things because clearly people use these. I've seen people use Ruby Kisses palettes before. I just can't do it. But yeah, number 16. Number 15 and 14. These two I don't have anymore. I gave them away unused and untouched, so I have no swatches. I just have the image of it, which you should have already seen somewhere on the screen. These are from an Ulta gift with purchase, like bag thing, and I decided, no, I'm not gonna actually use this, and I gave it away. I ranked the green one higher, so that would be number 14, and the brown one was lower at number 15. Just based off of color story alone. I've tried Ulta brand eyeshadows before and they're actually good, so I don't really need to try them to rank them. But yeah, I just ranked them based off of you know, whether or not I would actually use them. So yeah, moving on to 13. Number 13, another Ulta brand eyeshadow palette, another gift with purchase. This one is actually really pretty, and it has eyeshadows. Why do I keep doing it? It has eyeshadows, a blush, and a highlight. I only ranked this one higher because even though I actually don't really like these eyeshadows specifically, like the only ones I like are this pink and this blue. And I like the purple too, but you know. I like the blush in here, so that pulls it higher than all of the other palettes I previously ranked. Because I actually haven't tried the quads like I said, so given the fact that I've tried this, it ranks higher than those, even if I don't really like it that much. And I actually will be decluttering this, spoiler alert. But yeah, actually like the way it looks. I just want to depot it or something because I'm not going to use it like this. And these mattes, like specifically like these two, what am I doing with that? So yeah. What number was this? 13. Number 12. This is the Nabla Cutie number 1 in the shade Nude. I have almost all of the cuties now, and this is ranked here because, oh my god, why do I keep doing that? This is ranked here primarily because these are creams. There are no powders in here. I thought that there were powders in here and there aren't. And I have very hooded and oily eyelids, so they crease on me after like a day of wearing it, which I have no problem with because again, hooded, oily eyelids. So most things crease on me, but I prefer to have a powder in my palettes, and this one doesn't. So yeah, even though it's mad pretty and I actually made a good look out of it, it doesn't last on my eyes. So lower ranking, and I also haven't used it since I did that video, so yeah. This is bad for this palette. It's a low ranking here, it's a low ranking in the Nabla ranking. All mentioned videos will be linked down below, by the way. But yeah, bad for this palette, but it's pretty though. Number 11, that I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and I have to say all of this again and I don't remember. This ranks higher than the Nabla Nude, even though you might be thinking why. And it's because, one, even though this matte is darker than the matte in the other Cream Shop palette, it's a brown matte, so perks already. This is like a nice seafoamy blue. This is a nice holographic. Yeah, sure, let's say that. Glitter. And this purple is the only shade that I actually go in here to use, but it's immaculate, like it's a shade on its own. So that's why this is higher than the Nabla one, because I actually use this a lot more than I did that one. It also has other colors that I would use, I just don't. But yeah, I love the Cream Shop palettes. They have nice eyeshadow. Now we're on to our top 10. I couldn't rank this one higher because I haven't actually tried it. I know, boo me, but it's ColourPop. I've always used ColourPop like since starting makeup, so I know what this is. Like, I don't need to try it to know that it's good, especially since I've been buying a lot of mega palettes. So even if it's like, oh, this is a new formula, I've tried the new formula, it's fine. So yeah, even though I never even made a dip in this palette, it's number 10 because these are good shades. Again, haven't tried it, can't say more about it, but it's a plain matte palette. Number 9. This is the Pat McGrath Holiday Palette from 2022. I just got it this year though, because it was found in our local TJMaxx. I literally only like these 6 right here. So these are the only ones that like bumped it up, because you know, this is amazing. And these shades right here are the shiniest things ever, and I love those. Everything else in here kind of sucks. I made a review of it. If you want to see that, it'll be linked down below. Like I said, all mentioned videos will be linked. But yeah, I don't know why people went crazy about the colorful mattes. I think she should stick to the neutrals. She tend to do good at that. The colorful mattes aren't that spectacular. Like, the best colorful one is the purple, and I think she's done purples before. She hasn't done like reds, deep blues. Well, there's a whole blue palette, so excuse me on that. But like green, like all of these. So yeah, these bumped it up. These sparkle shades. Number 8, the Wet n Wild Call Me Sunshine palette. This palette I got because we were in Walmart and I was like, oh my god, this is the palette that I heard people talking about. It's only $5. Get it. And my mom got it for me. This is amazing. It's so shiny. Apparently it's a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Honey, and I always wanted that palette. So yeah, I really like it, and for $5 it's actually really good. So yeah, that's why it's number 8. Number 7. This is the Roman, what is it called actually? The Better Than palette 00 Light and Glitter Garden. Lovely name. I recently did a video on this, even though I got it months ago. This is like the glitter palette if you need glitter. I don't know any other glitter palette that's as good as this and actually like sticks without glitter glue and all of that extra. All swatches will be in that video linked down below. I don't know if I have a full arm swatch, so if I can't put that in this video, then oh well. But yeah, this literally ranks so high primarily because I just used it more than other palettes. Like, that factors into the ranking for me, not necessarily whether or not I would use it every day, but if I actually have. Number 6. Again, I could lie, but I'm going to tell the truth. I haven't used this palette yet, but I have swatched it, and again, I use ColourPop all the time. I know how it works. So I'd say number 6 is pretty good for this spot. This is kind of like a deeper version of the Child palette, which I love, so I'd give it to it. The only other place that I could have put it is like, I don't know, maybe under the Wet n Wild. It's not anything crazy to where I'd have to like exit all the way to the bottom just because I haven't tried it. So yeah, that's the only reason why this is here. I've had multiple chances to use it, I just haven't. I don't know why, but it's beautiful. Like, these 3. So yeah. Also, this is a duochrome. I love duochromes. So yeah, like I said, this is high up, but I haven't used it. Don't fight me. Thank you. Now, top 5. This is number 5. All That Amethyst, or just all amethyst. I keep adding in that, I guess. That doesn't say that. This is beautiful just from the cover. Like, look at that. But the inside, yeah. This shade specifically, High Grade, reminds me of Clouds. I got that in BYOP that I built. It's apparently in the Lilac You a Lot, but I never had that palette. This shade right here and this shade right here. And these 2, I do the like inner corner thing where it's like, you know, how people use the Fenty Diamond Balm to do the inner corners. I did that with these 2. As you can see, the tiniest dip in there. And that is like the shiniest little subtle, though, inner corner that I've ever done with like a colorful shade. So I really like the look that I did with this when I first opened it. So this is very high. Okay, loud. So yeah, this is very high. I love purples and greens. And I bought this and the Sage Today together. I just literally never used that one for some reason. But this one, yeah. Number 4, I am currently on the fence about. It could also go in the spot of number 3. The only thing that keeps pushing it down, this is Smoke and Roses, by the way, I didn't even say that, is the fact that there are no browns in here. I love this palette. As you can see, I'm starting to make some dips right there because I use these for my little inner corner thing that I do. I love pinks, purples, greens, you know, all of those are the colorful shades that I put on my eyes. And this is a palette full of it. My main problem is again, no browns. So everything comes out light on me or very dark, obviously. Because I am, you know, darker. So I need something to blend it out. So if I need another palette to use it, which I hate doing, then it's lower. I got this for my birthday though. This is a good get. Now we're up to top 3. If you've watched me all year, or if you just found me right now, I keep talking about a couple of palettes. So what do you think will be in the top 3? I will give you half a second to guess because the third one is your golden. This edged out the Smoke and Roses because of all of the browns, just all of them. There is no denying that you can create a neutral look with this. And it also has that like inner corner thingy. I haven't done it with this palette, obviously, but it has that. It has deep sparkly browns. It has deeper colors. It has this red, this coral. It has so much. It even has that like holographic glitter. Even though I don't like ColourPop glitters, sometimes they're good to just have. So yeah, this is an amazing palette. I like that you don't just have brown to go off of. You can actually do other things with it. Like the first look that I did with this was completely orangey red. Not one brown in sight. You wouldn't think that I use this palette at all. So yeah, I actually really love this palette. And that's why it's number 3. Number 2. The Cream Shop Fruity Smoothie palette. If again you've watched my video, any video really this year, I've talked about this palette. I'm kind of obsessed with it. There's multiple dips in it, granted only like what, 3, because that's, I'd say like 2.5, because that's just from pressure. That's not really a dip. This I've actually used the shadow. This I've actually used the shadow, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in the brown really. This is my base for everything. Every single time that I do my eyeshadow now, I use this. This is the most natural highlight I've ever used. It's so white, but it's literally the way that my face looks when I come out the shower. Because my skin, when I come out the shower, just looks dry but glowy. Like it just looks not like, you know, how people want that glass dewy skin. My skin looks like matte skin, but with glowy high points, and this recreates it. So yeah, I use these two all the time as blushes. Like I said, this is just my skin color, so I use it everywhere, and this is my everything highlight, so I use it everywhere. All of these other ones can literally go and it wouldn't really make a difference. Even the glitter, I like it, but it's like green and red. I don't wear that often, although tomorrow is Christmas. Or rather today actually, because yeah, it's midnight. So yeah, this is the worst shade in the entire palette, which you'd think it'd be those super light ones, but these actually show up on me just very light. This, no. Anyways, dragging on this palette, I love this palette, and I literally hope they never like stop making this, because this is perfect for me. But why is it number 2? How did something edge it out? Let's see what number 1 is. Number 1, the ColourPop times Winx Club Just Like Magix palette. Now, this one actually had a second when I originally ranked it, I will give you that. But it edged out the Fruity Smoothie because even though I used that one is very light, very K-beauty. Like, if I inserted the pictures that I wanted to insert, you will see that that's like, you know, if you don't really want to wear a makeup type of palette. It's the lightest thing ever, and I'm not the lightest thing ever. So this is all of the colors in the world. And yes, it doesn't have a brown like I was saying with the Smoke and Roses versus the beachy one. I don't remember the name right now. But it literally has every single thing that I usually use to make a colorful look. It has a dip in it. This is the first palette that I bought all year, actually, like at the tail end of January. And it has this. Oh, it's dry by now. That's crazy. I just got it this year. I always will love an iridescent like blue shade. The Blue Moon palette has so many dips. You would think for a neutral girly, the Blue Moon palette would be barely touched, but it has so many dips in it. And it's because I like bright colors. I wear glasses. I have hooded eyes. You're not gonna see it anyways. So it's better to just do whatever I want. And if you happen to see it, then hey, cool, nice. And it just helps that some of these are like just very iridescent. You don't see them, and then you catch the light and you're like, whoa, what's on your eyes, you know? So yeah, I really like this. I don't like that there's some glitters in it. Like, these glitters actually are pretty, but they don't, I don't know. They get in the way, is essentially what I'm saying. Like, they don't look nice. Because they're not really glitters. They're like a hybrid. I don't know what they're doing. But, yeah. This was obviously my favorite shade. Look at that. I love blues. I don't know why, but I do. I love purples. Like, look at the purples. Look at the blues. So, yeah. And then, like I said, I love pinks. And they have pink. They have orange, blue, green. They have this one random yellow. The yellow doesn't look that good. I have a review on this. It's up from either January or February, whenever I posted it. I don't know. Ooh, that felt so smooth. Oh my god. But yeah. I really like this palette, and I used it constantly until I got more palettes. So this is like top tier of the year for me. The Fruity Smoothie might beat out other palettes next year. I don't know. But for this year, this beat it. Now that brings us to the end of the video. What palettes do you think should have been ranked where if you've tried them already? What palettes have you bought this year? Where would you rank them? I don't really know if all of these are solid or solidified. This is just how I'm feeling right now at this moment. And these are all the palettes that I have. I'm honestly surprised I only brought in 16. That's a really low number for me. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz, and I will see you in another video. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to another video. As you saw from the title, we will be reviewing and ranking every single eyeshadow that I brought in this year. I mean, I bought all of them besides the ones that I was just given. So yeah, we can just start by, you know, looking at them. These are all the ones that I have. There actually were 8 bought, so I will count that, but they're way at the bottom since they were returned. These are the only 6 that I kept for now. So yeah, let's get into the swatching, because you can already really see where it's ranked. The first 2 were from Maybelline. These are the shades Maybelline number 45 and I Am Giving. It was a blue shade. It's actually kind of a minty green shade, but I returned it. And Maybelline 50 I Am Unique, which was a hot pink shade, and that was returned also because they were like streaky, specifically the blue one. That's why it's ranked number 8. The pink one wasn't as streaky if you didn't build it up so much, but I primarily got them because the brown matte was so good and these just let me down, so I returned them. And obviously I didn't take any swatches or pictures or literally have any proof besides that I bought it and returned it. So yeah, this is what you're seeing for it. Number 6 is this Ulta Lustrous Foil Eyeshadow in the shade Gold Leaf. This is kind of like a loose eyeshadow, even though it's like in a pot. It is very loose. I'm not going to even touch it from in there because this is messy. Touch it from in here. You can see that it has some sort of binding on it. But again, it's very piecey. So, you know, you have to actually know that you're putting it on and working with it. But once you get it worked in, look at that. I don't even know if you can see everything that I'm seeing. Hopefully you can. Yeah, okay. It is looking right. It's a very nice gold shade, but I don't wear it because it's such a finicky thing to put on. But it's pretty. So that's literally the only reason why it's ranking so low. It's such a finicky thing to actually use. Not the actual look of it. The product looks amazing, but it's a lot of hassle. Look at that though. This is number 6, so 5. This is from Influencer actually. Both of these are the color tattoos. These are the Maybelline ones that I returned, except that, you know, these I couldn't return because they're from Influencer. This shade is, I wrote them down. Let me just look. Number 55, I Am Fearless. And this is a purple sparkle shade. They sent everyone, I think, one matte and one shimmer. And this is the shimmer that I got. It's really nice, actually. I only ranked it so low because if I'm going to use a shimmer, it's not going to be this purple shimmer. Also, it's kind of flaky. It doesn't sit as flat as the matte one does. So, you know, texture and all that jazz. Number 4, question mark. Yeah, this is number 4. This is the Sia eyeshadow crayon in the shade Aspen. I redeemed this off of Super Great before they went defunct. This is ranked so low because if you use too much, it's very white. But if you use a little bit, oh, I got purple on it. If you use a little bit, then it creates sort of like the Fenty Diamond Balm sort of look. See, you can see it there. And I really like that. Number 3, this is the Ulta Beauty Cream Eyeshadow Crown and Liner in the shade Rule of Plum. This, actually, I thought was going to be matte, but it's not. This is a metallic purple, and I really actually like it, but I don't wear it that often. That's why it's ranked so low, even though it's pretty. You can see I gravitate towards certain colors. Granted, the Influencer ones I didn't actually pick. This one I got for free, but I did pick it. But yeah, I gravitate towards certain colors. This is the last Maybelline one. I'll read the name, hold up. Number 25, I Am Determined. This is the matte brown that I actually really like. And I got it and it was perfect. And I was like, oh, amazing. Maybelline actually makes some good products. Let me go and support them. Buy it. And it sucked. And I got the matte ones too. I didn't even try to get shimmers. I tried to get the mattes because the matte was the one that was the best. And it didn't work out great for me. So, you know, that's what I get. And last but not least, we have Ulta Beauty's Bouncy Eyeshadow in the shade Italian Ice. This has been said to be a dupe for Urban Decay Space Cowboy. I would not know the difference because I've never had that. But it is similar to Ritz, which I do have, and that is also supposed to be a dupe. So given that fact, yeah, I just like it because it's shiny. Like, look at that. And I don't wear it that often because I have hooded and oily eyelids and there's creases on them. But when I do, it is a nice wet look. Like, as you can see, it's literally my skin color, so all you see is the glitter and the shine. It's a really nice one to have. I highly recommend it if you are this shade. And, you know, maybe have drier eyelids or don't really care about the creasing like me. Because if an eyeshadow is good, it's good. I'm going to wear it either way. I don't really care about creasing because I know that it's, you know, on me and not the product. But yeah, look at that. So yeah, these are all of the single eyeshadows that I bought this year. I like all of them, just in different ways. And some of them I know that I'm going to put in my purgatory box because, you know, I don't use them that much. And they're stick eyeshadows, so they kind of expire quickly. Now that brings us to the end of this video. Ooh. What single eyeshadows have you bought? Do you have any of these? What's your review on them? Where would you rank them? Where would you rank the things that you've bought? And, you know, tell me anything else about your day. I need the comments. I need the engagement. Let's go. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz. And I will see you in another video. Bye. Sparkle fingers.